Hello everyone, and welcome to Day Job. I am your host, Code Marvelous, and today we are going to be doing more Runner. We're going to do some Corp tomorrow. I have some things in mind that I want to test. In the meantime, let's find ourselves a game. I have too many cups down here. Good luck, have fun. Time to do that campus yawn. Alright, we're looking for the source. We got the source. Hey. Let's draw. Let's install Fall Guy. Alright, Baldur, I need to be able to type quickly, so you need to chill out. Because now, with the source on here, we can stop a fast advance. Alright, probably gotta be Lister. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. That way, if that's an agenda, they have to over-advance it. Living that Geist life, baby. Baby. So I don't think we're going to have enough money to get in, unfortunately, because we can't get Amokawa down. We're off to a surprisingly slow start, but we're getting there. Because we still have Fall Guy. Baldur, you gotta just sit. So it's going to be a 5-3. Nice. We gotta try to force some money spends here. Alright, hopefully they just don't have the other Atlas in hand. If they do, we lost the game. We gotta check that card. Legwork would be good right about now. All right. So let's put this fall guy down. Let's call in some favors. Hey, Pietro. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. We're working hard for the money here, but I don't think we're gonna quite get there. I guess I need to levy and try to get the source back down. Balder. Yeah, the rumbling is my cat purring. There's also a legwork somewhere in this deck. Okay. So let's get nanotech down. And let's go R&D first. Alright, now let's go into server 1. Hey, Code. Or James. Hey, Ronnie. Yeah, that's my cat. That's Balder. Ah, oh, damn it. Very close. We did our best. I think the mistake I made there is I didn't get Amakua down early enough, so I couldn't threaten the slowed down Atlas. I should have gotten the Amakua down earlier so I could threaten that Atlas. Speaking of threatening Atlases. Ice Centrals, kids. It's tough. Our opponent's probably not playing a huge ice density, but that can happen sometimes. That's a really tough draw for them, because me being at 5 points means that I can sit back and wait a lot more than I normally would be able to against this type of Gagarin deck, which is a huge boon for a deck like Geist. And especially since, because of the initial fall guy, even with the SSL credits, I don't think we're going to die here. We could, though. Basically, the only way we died there is if they had the punitive in hand. Let's see if we can just end it now. If they pop a Stell here, it means that they have agendas. Good game. It's really tough when you get those early picks as Gagarin. You know, as Gagarin, a lot of times you're really hoping that you can shuffle agendas back into the deck, keep building this board state, and use like the tour guides and the Tithoniums to kind of mud down, you know, gum up your opponent until the point where you can like really manage your hand super well. So getting the 2 early and then getting the legwork, like that Estelle Moon Pop was super dangerous. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. We've got other great Waylands to play nowadays. We got good old tag Wayland, Argus. Ooh, this should be interesting. This is a bad opening hand, but this should be interesting. Good luck, have fun. That's not much better. Alright, so let's draw. Let's draw again. Let's put down off-campus a compartment. Then pad tap. That's great, Ronnie. Thanks very much for letting me know that. I really appreciate when people come forward and let me know that my content means a lot to them. And that goes for other content creators besides the Netrunner community. If you have somebody who you really feel like has made content that you've really enjoyed, just let them know. You don't have to make some grand statement. Just tell them that you like what they're doing, because a lot of times those comments help buoy people when they're really frustrated. So the only thing that I have more of that I am willing to get rid of is Amakua. We're not threatening anything right now. Their ice is all going to be big, so Amakua is not going to be good until we have a lister. Oh yeah, you're going to get rid of the pad taps? Yeah. I'll just bring them back the next time. I think next turn our play is put down Sports Hopper, use Sports Hopper, and see what we draw. Depending on what we draw, not all of it may go on the off-campus apartment, though. Let's get Amakua down before I do something really stupid and get rid of it. All right. So do I go in there and try to get that? We might end up just getting blown up. And I don't think we can force 2 ice reses this turn, so we may have to let them have it. And then we'll get rid of the other off-campus. I think Wayland Asset Spam is just fine. I think it's much harder to play than it used to be. And I think potentially the returns you get on it may be less now. I don't know if that made any sense, but I don't think you get as much as you used to for it. You're just gonna bring back scarcity and put it back down. Okay, I mean, you're committing a lot of your tools that are supposed to help you kill me to that, so... I'll just start building up a board. So, hard-hitting news is in the deck, which, let's be real, none of us are surprised about. We're full rig here, just about. Oh yeah, spend money. I'd say one of the biggest things here is if we can keep... The more our opponent spends money and stays in like the 5 to 10 range, the more we can safely run. Which I'm a very big fan of. So, I think one of the biggest things when you're the Corp is probably just waiting to trash the pad taps until you have a significant credit advantage. Because I really feel like our opponent is getting a bad end of the stick here. By, what's the word I'm looking for? By putting the credit differential, like, strongly in our favor. I don't know if that made sense either, but, I just feel like, ooh, that's a good one. I just feel like by letting us have this huge now credit lead on them, their threat to come back at us after rezzing ice is much lower. Alright, so let's start forcing some ice rezzes. One, two, three, four. That cost us 1 credit effectively. So they are on punitive, which is not super surprising. Let's get another lister down. Let's install that. And let's install that. And then we can probably ditch 1 levy and 1 spy cam. And we're more or less fully set up considering we ditched one of the underworld contacts earlier. And we have the forger to keep us protected from something like Sea Source. I think urban renewal is probably best in industrial genomics or biotech. We're gonna get hard hitting. Yeah. IG is very badly dumpstered by Freedom. Alright, so let's put down another. I'm just tearing through our disposables so we can kind of just put our breakers down and get ready to rock and roll. I'm thinking. I think we have to levy. All right, well, we probably just died. Freedom is pretty good. He's certainly not bad. Ah. We gotta leave this down for punitive purposes. I gotta pretend like I'm good at this game. So if you don't already, try to follow on Twitch. I do a lot of different content. I'm going to be streaming some Ghost Branch in-person practice this evening. I also stream RPGs and video games. So follow, if you can, subscribe. I'd love to see everybody hang out more, because I love this community a lot. Alright. Alright, so let's put the source down. Let's put a fall guy down and a pad tap. And another... Because that way, if that's an agenda, they have to advance it one more time. Ghost Branch is what we call the Delaware meta, Ratsuka, because Delaware is the place where every corporation in the United States has its headquarters. But it's really just a phone and a mailbox in these big buildings full of headquarter offices with like a couple people answering the phones for all of these companies for legal purposes, which they're all ghost branches. I have played Invisible Ink. I enjoy it a lot. I thought about streaming it, but I worried that like Darkest Dungeon, things that are really tactical strategy like that, people have no interest in watching them. but I could be wrong. All right. Ta-da! And now we are basically unkillable. As guys should be. Yeah. That's exactly right. Delaware advises that it's the land of no taxes and everyone should come and do business there. So the neat thing is now we can basically really just take our times. We're just going to drip forever to make up for our more inefficient breakers, but we have no reason to take any risky runs. Yeah, it's funny how corps just know where the taxes are good. God, I love Geist so much. He's so fun to play. Uh-oh. Gonna trash a location? Yeah, I guess I'll just prevent it from being trashed with Fall Guy. But now that I know that that's in play, that's good to know. Look at the top card of R&D. Economic Warfare. Maybe a legwork? Man. As much as it pains me to say this, I need to go check this, because if it's another Elizabeth Mills, this game gets very weird. No, it's a Stinson, okay. I love that when Blue Sun uses their ability, I get $2. Hey, Thantac, thanks very much for the subscription. Every little bit helps. Alright, let's look at the top card of R&D. Let's see what's going on there. So, a toll booth. Let's get the Fall Guy down before I forget about it. We'll leave that one there. Let's get a new spy cam down. Same old thing just in case we lose an event. Then let's just draw once. We're so rich. And the pad taps. Alright. So, let's look at the top card of R&D. NGO front. I don't want to get baited into that. Let's see if we can force some ice reses. I really feel like Geist is the best person to leverage Amina. There it is. There's the end. because Geist just... This type of Geist just kind of pours money out in the late game, so you can use Amina. Yeah, Geist. Look at this greedy off-campus apartment we made. Fun fact, I missed the cut at a local store championship because from very skilled play by Laura, otherwise known as Oslet, and my intense greed at putting literally everything off an off-campus apartment, and she hit me with the yellow card where you pick things up and put them back in the deck if you have one tag, and she managed to stick one tag. Oh, awesome, Thantech. You got that sweet coat, that Balder emote now. One of us. All right, let's see if we can get one more game in. Balder is just gently snoring. Now that I've started like letting him on my lap in the mornings instead of trying to fight him, now he gets all excited. He's waiting by the stairs every morning, just dancing, excited to go downstairs. Oh, this is a good hand. Good luck, have fun. My little baby. All right. We are off. All right, Balder. Balder, chill. I'm not gonna drop you. I'm interested to see how this biotech deck does against us, because we're not easy to flatline because we have the ability to pull cards off of our turn after the urban renewal hits. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. Dude, you gotta relax or jump down. You were doing so good. You were doing so good, man. What happened? Get the other underworld contact on here. We are getting exceptionally lucky. Yeah, this is a really solid opener for us. Nah, I want the Forger so that I can get the drip going. The more turns of drip we have, the quicker our threat for the mid to late game escalates. Pad Tap We'll get it down on a second pass if we have to. Top of the deck is Urban Renewal. Unfortunately, we can't break most of the things in play yet. Now we can. All right. So we're going to be ready very shortly, because we've got Lister. We just have to play careful, and we should be just fine. This is my new subscriber, Thantech, out here. Appreciate everybody who supports the channel with subs. It's really rad, and it really helps me support the channel, and it's month by month, as opposed to the Patreon, where I feel like people feel like it's more of a like a commitment. All right. On the first pass, I just get the calling in favors out of my hand and treat it like a supercharged sure gamble. So, that's probably a Prisec in there, right? Let's check it out. That's almost certainly the Urban Renewal in there. Oh no, it's a Hokusai grid. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Interdiction, kids. It's better than Grant for Geist in this current meta. In my opinion. In my opinion. Because I think while Corporate Grant is really good at... we'll get the other car down for safety. I think while Corporate Grant is really good for oppressing the Corp, I don't think that it's as good as keeping you safe if you're... let me amend that. I think if you're doing pirate tools like Jabali and Kongamoto, I think Grant's better because you can deal with losing a breaker more easily. I think in the build that I'm doing, where it's drip and breakers, and none of the disposables for breaking, I think you have to have interdiction to deal with things like Batty, Hokusai Grid, and various other, what's that thing called? Biovault. You have to have those, because otherwise your leverage of just money and breakers is lost. Correct. Interdiction stops me from losing my breakers. Oh, a Philotic Entanglement, you say? But we don't have a Lister. We may have to just let that one go. Yeah, unfortunately. And then we'll get a Mina down while I'm thinking about it. I want that Philotic real bad. I think next turn we're going to try to get into HQ if we can. To get that Philotic. And then we can install Political Operative to deal with Urban Renewal. I'm not ignoring you, my dude. So needy. Amina is good. It's certainly not bad, and it's certainly better than Abagnale. It breaks a lot of really common, like, it breaks Fairchild 3 for 4. And that's not bad. And it costs them an additional credit. That's really not bad. I don't think we'll legwork here. So first things first, let's look at the top card. Preemptive action. Alright. Yeah, there you are, beautiful. Alright, so now let's go into HQ. I hope we don't hit an agenda. So that just cost us 2 to break 3 subroutines, which feels good. We'll put down Polop. Then we'll ditch the 2 other off-campus apartments. Kept value source. It's okay, we needed it to be able to draw the Dean Lister. Snares. We dodged a lot of stuff on that. Okay. Alright, so let's get these Jeans down. Let's levy. And then right as our turn ends, get rid of Urban Renewal so it doesn't trigger. And then that lets us overdraw our hand. Nah, I want to... We've got one more pass through the deck. We'll be alright. That's probably a House of Knives. All right. I feel like that's a House of Knives, but it could be a snare. Let's check it out, but my gut tells me it's a House of Knives. And that the snares are in hand. Okay, so we made a calculated risk there, and it was good, but so that means that there's 2 snares and an Obokata in the hand. That's probably all that's in the hand right now, so we need to be wary. Well, James, we have another pass through the deck with Levy. I hope Russell, wherever he is watching, because this is some good Geist play. So he's going to go get the last Urban Renewal. Makes sense. Or he's going to go get one of the urban renewals that he recovered. And we're going to just keep sieging. I mean, we're dripping for 3 every turn. Viral weaponization. Okay. Let's get in there. One, 2, 3, 4. You alright, buddy? Okay, we lost a fall guy and that kind of stinks. So they also have no money. So we may legwork here because the snares can't hit us. Yeah, okay. So there's no money. There's no money for snares. We're going back into HQ. So let's get some cards in hand first. So the top card is Snare. So the neat thing is because we're using Amina, even if they had clicked up to 4 credits, breaking of Ike would bring them back down to 3 so that they can't trigger a single one. Good game. That was some good play. Our opponent played to their outs. Thank you very much, Dantech, for the game. But it is really tough to kill a Geist with net damage, especially when you're trying to whittle down the hand to a point where you can strike with your ability. I'm never going to let that happen as Geist, as long as I have drawables. So I think the out was probably to try to drag us through the server a bunch of times, but obviously the money and the agendas didn't seem to really be there to do that. But yeah, Geist is good. Drip is really good. I'm just like addicted to the card Underworld Contact. But anyway, I ran over time again this morning. I love you all. Thank you very much for the support. Subscribe and follow if you can. And until I see you all this evening for some in-person Netrunner on for the Ghost Branch meetup, always be running.